last week we see the conclusion of the 3-day dialogue, peace dialogue between the government of President Julius Maada Bio and the main opposition, All People's Congress, APC party, and then sign a communique and get agreement with regards to development towards the country. And also the turns of Dr. Kanayu Mkela to the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party from NGC, and today we see his first big assignment, the official dialogue in transforming the energy sector as well. So we can discuss all of that, and in studio against me, Thomas Pali Barbadie, civil society activist, and we also expect Imran Sila from the government. Thomas Barbadie, welcome to the show of this day.
Yes. Good afternoon, viewers and listeners.
Okay.
All
right. Let's start the conversation from, moving towards election. All of the things we boil down, and we see the president re-elected, for a second time in office, and the president, and during the process, we see the opposition say, they're not going to parliament, they're not joining into governance because of obvious reasons, what they believe in, and then go into dialogue, and we see they agree on for joint governance, and process as well, and all of that. But generally, we're not taking in all of them processes, then we arrive. So it's more than 100 days of the president.
Yeah, I think some of you excited about what don't currently happen. But you look at the other side, so man for them na how you call them na bamba bitakula to them. What's happened? Thinking that see me party, we don't lost election. Me party going to the election, clean hands, and never win, but however in a loss. Based on the result we people they see now from the general community. From new or whatever, different sides. And so some to them nagbamba. So about some of you excited about what happened. However, moving forward, a very, very clear see what happened before the election not ever happened in this country except in 1996. We moved towards democracy and multi-party democracy. The NPIC never wanted to leave office, they wanted to stay. That was very, very clear. And we see the very day of voting, soldiers came from the chairman's lodge, now how they call it now, country lodge. And then the chairman and the head of state will stay. So they accommodate from camp troop, hill station, hill court road, and they can fire, live bullets. Leading to that troop was Tom Nima, the late now. So people dispersed. They go. They refuse to vote. They are afraid for their lives. Now, coming to 2023, 2002, it never happened. Yes, that was polarity. You see polarity starts right there. You get Johnny Paul as an AFRC person. Then get PLP. You get Jean Kaba. You get Anis Kuruma. Fourier Zaka was unable to compete because he was in prison. Timma gonna die. So all of these things put together, you only had 3 contenders, winner, Akaba, and Kuruma, and Johnny Paul. But we will not ever get any complaint of any part in the country, or a whole, or a portion of the country, where they fired somebody in a political party office. It never happened. 2-2. Everybody was, because we think, say, we might go back to war after signing the peace accord. Because Johnny Paul was strong. ABC will come back after exile. Tijakawa was just incumbent. That we had to put them through the peace communiques that we signed and the peace accord. So that was it. But ever happened, say, in an election period, they fire somebody in IF office, in PDP office, or in APC office, or in SAP office. It never happened at all. 2007, difficult period in the democracy and elections. It never happened at all. Come to 2012, peaceful. 2018, the incumbent lose. But they're not firing anybody in the SAP party office. But coming to this one now, we had and we knew autopsy test conducted that a lady where you listen to me, my matron, a fire. The gentleman, you might say, maybe you have to involve in some subversive or whatever. You have to, you see that day. But inside party office, they fire him. Now, the lady, 68 years of age, was fired, gone down. So that kind of tear so not good for democracy. However, we're excited about what happened because without a peaceful state, no private investor credible enough no go ever cancel for kind investing money, or else we'll continue for tax. They could increase tax on water, on light, etc. Will increase tax on might go even to a point for pull 15% GDP to 18%. We might go to that point because tax economy, tax regime, now in the build country, nothing else. But however, not just ordinary tax, a corporate tax, and you develop, grow, improve, and build. Even America and the England and the Germany, we get the best economy in Europe. So we gotta be careful how we tax the people in. Let it not come in too much, then something happen else. But a tax to develop country economy. What is this ordinary tax? Local tax, you're getting corporate, a corporate tax, I use the word, corporate tax, and build, develop, and grow every other economy in the world.
But yeah, generally I agree with you, because despite the issues of getting the dialogue you talk about, and we see all the parties they agree, say, okay, for the good of Sierra Leone development, they will agree on this, and then we go back into governance. But generally, how would you see the process? Is this a precedent now that let us assume, that one party go win and the other party go say, okay, no, I don't agree for going to governance, but let we go into dialogue, and we agree, say, and this for happen, then precedents are all the sets, generally, what's not be perception on that?
Very, very serious. And as I see again, this not ever happen. True, when I have a crucial election, when there's someone, former President Kuma, opposition leader, and Johnny Paul in Abuja with Obasanjo, they accept the outcome of the elections. They went to parliament. And as Kuma said in his statement, I'm quoting him not directly verbatim, he said he accepted the result in the north and in the western area. We will not ever accept the result in the south and the east. Because APC everywhere, from Kono, coming down at zero. All sides zero. We can't enough, and then you get some Konadugo, Falaba end, you get Tonkolevi, Putloko, Cambia, Bombali, Makeni, this is the. But we can't watch the who are urban, they had fair chances, they had fair opportunities at that time. So it tells you they were new from in opposition, they were coming back serial. We don't come back, we get this kind of power, we get this kind of vigor, we come for kind of lead Una. So that was it. What Johnny Paul went to parliament with 2 seats, sorry, and it's went there with 27 seats to engage SVP, 83 seats. So it was very, very interesting, that election of speaker, Abel Stone, is it? No, it's not him. Justice Kawan. Kawan was a speaker, won for the second time, But this country happened, so it's not a good precedent. But however, if me will be fully involved in the process, from registration to exhibition to nomination of candidates, to campaign, to election day, that is the normative stage, or operational stage of that. Let's say from the normative stage of the elections to operational stage of the election. If I was fully involved, then me know very well, see, this kind of way that happened so, and this kind of result, the outcome, not correct too, I would definitely rebound. I go rebound.
But even in the rebounding, you're supposed to follow due process in a sense.
Yes, they would say those who announce the election results should have followed due processes.
So does it mean that if I don't follow due process, that means you said I will follow due process?
No. This is an election now after 5 years. And it's long, 60 months. and they are laid down laws. You got to follow those laws, step by step. When you don't go flout law, and you say, because you flout them, let me not flout, let me just go according to that. No?
But now is now you know part of the agreement is electoral reform, and we see the president also don't make commitments about electoral reform. You know, look at the electoral system and ensure all of that is in place. But generally, you know, we know it's slow in governance because of we don't see the involvement of the opposition and get a pivotal role for play, and we don't see a statement from even the presidency. Opposition for comeback and let we all discuss issues of national interest and move the country go before. Even on the peace dialogue day, you know, we see commitments of Dr. Samuel Kamara that, you know, there must be opposition, you know, also one for be part of governance and for let, you know, Salon move forward. We see also statement from Dr. David Senge that the opposition gets a vital role for play in national development. And now a communique don't sign and then say then they go into governance. How that could change, you know, the development process, development drive, you know, it's the coming of the opposition into governance, whether it's local or national government.
That's good. It is fine that they've gone back. They've gone to parliament, to councils, the mayors and the chairmen. But what is funny, now how when they announce the election results, we all see that. So how is it, in fact, Mohamed Kenawi Kone, they announced Falaba, the chairman, APC. No, mistake. SMVP. You know, election, I said this again. I said 3 years ago, like the other institution will create problem for this country.
But there's a reform.
No. 3 years ago.
Which I understand the point.
The guy will really be careful. When you thief me, I don't sweat. I buy me, but you can't thief her overnight. If I don't see you, fine. If I see you, if I get something harmful for harming, I will take him.
So moving forward,
you know, so the guy will really be careful. So I think people are coming, I listen to them.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yes.
So moving forward now, what we need to do as a country, because now we talk how for forward as a country. We know we should be able to look at the back in terms of how we able to get a reform and look at the past. And then problems and for resolve them as well. But you know, moving forward as a nation, you know, what we need to do now in ensure we're able to get the development we only look for. As you speak, we are still lacking behind. We are in other countries and they move ahead. Yeah. But alone they talk about peace, dialogue, national cohesion, moving into development. We are other countries and they move ahead.
No, it's the government's responsibility to grow the economy, to develop the economy, to build the economy.
But as citizens, we also get a role for play.
It is the government's responsibility, not to nobody's responsibility. The government gets responsibility primarily for develop, for grow, for improve, for build the economy. Not to the individuals. The individuals can come out, can thrive, and get opportunities according to them. But however, we don't go so much that we start election 96. We are eating up now. Maybe the support. Because I'm in school, you go, and I like them. They say Lambook. But I announced as winner. So that was that kind of mistake or whatever. It was acceptable because almost say, let's switch one and go. We don't want to switch one at all. We don't tell them. Let them go. That was the perception that time. Now, 2002, you see what happened. 2007. So why would we go back to 96 for to make similar mistakes in elections? Wrong. However, moving forward, I think we don't need anything like dialogue for improve the economy. We just need a peaceful atmosphere for develop and grow the economy. Now, I feel away some of you from the government. And I want to tell them, please, let them be frank with me.
No, in fact, we write Imran anyway.
36 months is enough to build an economy. Every other government all over the world.
How does it work?
Now, in America, 4 years. Ghana, 4 years. Nigeria, 4 years. We now 5 years. For growing economy, you get 24 months to do that one day. What are you? They can't put money. What are you, government? They put money. Government don't get money. Now, private investors, they can invest How do you convince them to come and invest? When they can invest, they count a huge chunk of money. Well, you not get as a government. For example, Pakaba had at that time, Pakaba build institutions. We build them, let them function independently. That creates jobs. It creates some jobs. But it's not enough. Public sector job is not job for a country or for a government. Now, private sector, they call America. Now, 15% of the working population, everybody people there, and government employed. The rest goes to private sector. Here should be the same, but yeah, almost 7% of the working population, now government will absorb them. So it is strained the economy, it is strained the budget, sorry. The wage bill don't be constrained.
I won't forget that public-private partnership, government, in all of that, because that don't be the issue over the years, get a level playing field. We are in, me get money around for invest, our come like country invest, and able for get things right. Like you mentioned, without peace and national cohesion, me as an investor, no get me money around for can invest. That's outside what day or problem day in terms of issues about, back and forth and things seem to be stagnated. But I would forget the private sector involved into this. You get experience into financial and administration as well.
Private-public partnership, PPP, public-private partnership, as a department that status like that. I don't leave the norm universal now.
Well, I think they actually incorporate that into the political affairs and the ministries
you
as
get
well.
NUCP. Are they in charge? I'll give you an example. Sawatel, as a state-owned enterprise, cannot function on its own independently because you get Avicel, you get QCell, you get now and come. When they get money, they go squeeze them. Somebody came to invest into it. Huge chunk of money. Almost $25 billion. The criteria what they peg with the Minister of Information and Communication make the person safe, the private person give us in addition. These are telling you facts. With evidences that I saw. $25 billion to get Satel back to to where it should be. And that money they go direct to government for 25 years lease. Government take that money there for do other business, invest into schools, in the school libraries, laboratories, labs, like that. But government say no interested because it go pay criteria there. 3 criteria, so they invest back excuse. Say no, I cannot meet this 3 criteria. I can meet 1, but these 2 no. Back in 4 years, nothing happens. So a government should be run like a business. Which is why we talk was correct. You run your government like a business. Now, look at this. If you don't want to govern like a business, you're going to lose. Investors will go. If I come mine, my brother, if I am here to mine, if you're not giving constitutional for over 50 years, I will never mind. Because business going to administration, the price of the ore, titanium, uranium, whatever, they drop considerably at times, world market prices, and they determine what they sell. So all those things. So you got to look at them critically and carefully. When African Union came, what have been the gam? Was it Chijakaba in opposition now as an ex-president? No. It was President Nkrumah. And he made them. And they encouraged them to come. When they come, you see there's a turnaround in the economy. They brought in 100 million USD cash as a collateral into the central bank. Then they squeezed the US dollar, the foreign currency, sorry. It squeezed them. It never moved for 3 years. Dollar just stayed, then dwarfed the dollar. That's how you run an economy. Not your money. Government, you tax me, I pay me tax. In your business, I pay taxes. Fine. But tax that money is too small. You pay an asset. It's small. What thing they develop and grow a country and bring about a peaceful atmosphere. Everybody say, at least job done day. Why go work from 8 to 4 or 5? Why can't I don't tire? My wife didn't host. Me picking the day. Go play music in the day. Being kulata. I watch television. I look satellite. All those things. How they happen? Now private sector and involved. Now when African media come, I want people to employ. The investment, it was up to, they will project them for be $5 billion investment. Now I'm hearing on Arise, which would be a very good opportunity for Sierra Leone for capture. Arise, IIPs, you know that. Now 4 mile or
Koya.
6 mile or Koya. That's a big opportunity, like African mineral.
So the impact of Arise, quickly, because it's part of the investment, and Arise say, they come for create job for about 35,000 Sierra Leoneans could benefit from Arise. Okay. And that's quite a very big, big, opportunity government for.
These are the things we say. Practically, I don't need government attention towards me. I am made. I'm okay. I don't need brown envelope. But when things happen, bring them out as fact. Arise as a business entity coming to Sierra Leone if it works, because I'm hearing some other undertone, Arise and the Leone Work Metal Group or whatever, the railway, the China railway, so whatever thing. So things not correct yet. We're hopeful that it corrects and they move forward. But when they start for go ahead, it will be something different. Leone Work will not pass them stuff now. Parliament, the last parliament, this parliament now don't forget approve this. How they go for manage that one. So it's about business. How do you do business as a government? That is it. And Escoma was right. Let it follow suit.
Arise is big.
No, Arise is 1.3 billion investment. Africa Mineral was projected at $5.1 billion. Yeah, in 5 years. So Arise started with $1.3 billion. They can move towards having at least $3-4 billion US. That money not a government they give, but government what that will do. Then they pay corporate tax. Send them to the BSL account. That money they go inside we country account and they suppress the dollar. That's the smartness. Not for arrest people like can go to prison means you are disciplined.
But I will support project like Arise in Sierra Leone, where gets one for creates a huge job for Sierra Leone.
Well, it depends on the government. It depends on parliament. It depends on the president. It depends on the minister in charge. How they will convince parliament. For example, they put all the specifics in place, push and move, and ensure they start operation and then be employed. When they even employ, people will move from Freetown. That is definite. Freetown is chocked. Move from Freetown, go find job. When they say, I go for work at 8 o'clock, you're in a Freetown by 6 o'clock. No. You find somewhere around Waterloo or whatever, Korea or whatever. You stay there. You develop there. You get generator or solar lights. You move your family.
And even development for even the community.
For the community, the country as a whole, it grows the economy. That's how you grow an economy. Not to lock people in a jail. Say you discipline. You say you discipline as a government.
But how sorry Barbadie. But how for change the perception now? Because job creation is something very big. For example, for instance, the government say, part of them 5 big agenda plan, key among them is job creation of about half a million jobs for young people. Imagine 500,000 Sierra Leoneans, young people, and get a job. How that can turn the economy around and able for support the country development.
Definitely. I don't believe in talk shop, going to workshop, talk. It is finished. Practical steps taken. Progressive steps taken. That is it. I mean, you want to create jobs? You government may even create jobs for citizens. You enable at all. What you do, you create the enabling environment where you Arise. 1. Leone Work. 2. Etc. Good time. 3. Is it whatever? I don't know how this. So that is how you create jobs. There is no two-way. It is the private sector. A country should be private sector led. South Africa being the biggest economy in Africa. Look at the economy. Not only South African government, not to see Amapusa. They create the job. No, it is the private sector. He was a businessman, in fact. He was the CEO of a company, one of the biggest, largest company in South Africa. So the man know what he do. How to run South Africa as a business entity, as a going concern country. Then become so financially let me for talk some accounting now.
I know.
You talk about going concern, or the prudence concept. But going concern, when you use a going concern in your government, it makes your government easier. You move smoothly. You don't get one headache. You don't even go say, can't vote for me. You don't need campaign strategies. When your economy is growing, it's going big. It's simple. 2012, we knew. When I observed the elections, we were having funds from British Commission, 2012, as civil society, my organization. Firstly, what happened? The economy was 12.1% GDP growth, from 3.5% in 2007, September, on Ashidakaba, to 12.3% GDP growth. What happened? You listen to BBC during the elections day. See, Ernest Bai Koroma of Sierra Leone is seeking a second-term mandate, but however presiding over a stable economy. He is going against the opposition, a retired brigadier, military strongman, Julius Maada, now president. So it is the economy that determines who you are as a government, not to how you ally and shout and not cause noise. When you get a stronger economy, the private sector don't boom above $9 billion or pounds. When you don't go at that level, check the private sector. Look at the appropriation bill. It's simple for no. Once you know financial management, look at the appropriation bill and see how much money is in circulation. You had other monies now they come. That came at 12.3% GDP growth of Ernest Koroma administration. The money from African Mineral, London Mining, Cape Lambert, Octia, all of these things put together, that money surmounted to almost $859 million, not billion, dollars. The other will make a $1.2 billion. It was donor-funded programs. By then, GIZ, defeat, and think some other INGOs them, they don't take the money from Sierra Leone, they don't go. And then take excuse. It's not welcome news for Sierra Leone, the economy don't grow. But however, this money will be this Sierra Leone, which you can go put them Haiti. They are going to Tahiti. Those countries, Burma, where not get strong economy, not go strengthen the economy and guide them how to move. So that is how a country should look like. But when you come, you oppose all things. You have to do now. You dismantle and dysfunction the entire state house, bring in fresh air with a professor. That is the reason for the failure in the last 5 years. However, going forward, if they implement and bring in the ideas of the Astral administration for the global economy, it will be better for we. We will go move beyond 2 digits. Now, the economy will go to 2 digits. That means, say, we're similar to that of China and America at the time. But that money will be get as a country, not even equivalent to that of the Nigerian economy. The reason why I say 1.3 billion, now one state, Nigeria. Nigeria, the budget for the military, Air Force, Navy, or whatever, that's $6.3 billion. So, you see, you take that money, they can't go inside Nigeria economy, not like water under the bridge. But for Sierra Leone, with 8 million people, that's how you determine GDP growth.
Okay.
That's how you determine GDP growth. So, in other words, GDP now at 3.5%. And then they go put 22% for push to education, 16% into health, 10% into electricity, 2% or 7% like that. So how much are they putting into education? How many millions of dollars? The money is small. So when you grow your economy, my brother, when you grow your economy, David, when you grow the economy, you are different, you are made. The ministers, their heads are up high. They're very comfortable. They don't say they have enough money, enough resources for implement projects and reach out to people well. But the money is small, 3.5%. In fact, this BNTM, before election, September last year, when IMF project our economy they can reduce from 3.5%, which was left by Koroma administration, to 2.4%. That was a defeat to us.
So moving forward, what we need for do now? Because I know we there are a lot of experience, there are a lot of talk about how we for revamp the economy, and that may be part of the strategy for the government. And we see earlier today, Dr. Kano Yumkela, we, gets the initiative in, at the office of the president for look at reforming into the energy sector, into the agriculture sector, then get a dialogue, a roundtable conversation, and how then for move the country forward in terms of the flagship program of the president, feed salon. So in all of these ideas, how we for ensure we get things succeed? Because you mentioned the extra, administration, part of what made them succeed. But how also for give support to the government with all the ideas for letting themselves succeed. At the end, if we can't even fulfill ourselves, then it's a big problem as a nation.
I wonder, 2002 to 2007, President Kaba's agenda was no Salomon for go to bed hungry. It was a policy. It was a policy of the government of Sierra Leone. President Kaba, former, was really leading that fight through a Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Sama Monde. But what's happened? We were able gonna bid without food in 2007, 2002, 2007. Come to an Eskuma. The agriculture minister, at that kind of possibly, they get extra cents for handle agriculture. They came in with tractorization. Agriculture was inputting into that GDP growth they're talking about. Was inputting 35% into the GDP of Sierra Leone. That means say Sierra Leone will grow eat in, and if possible, export in. However, what did happen? Did we have an opportunity of having people going to bed without going to bed well fed? Now, we have to feed Sierra Leone. It's so big, it's so vague. Not to the name where they before, not to the words already used. Now, the practical steps taken to feed Sierra Leoneans, not job creation, job opportunities. We are 8 million people. How much works in the public sector? In the private sector. Say, formal private sector, informal private sector, and the semi-formal private sector. Them businessmen, them not getting pharmacy, drugstore, not getting shops, not getting those sort of things. Not getting supermarkets, pharmacies, like that. How many of them? So how many people are you don't able for? Now, the Minister of Youth Affairs, where most young people not get job. Where the young people now are divided into categories. One, not in education or training. One. But when we don't come off for big college, can't go. They don't have a bank. They're big man. You can't call them youth. They're big man, they don't marry, they get picking them. They are still within that youth age. 18, 29, 30. But they're not doing education or training at all. You get the others now where they don't just don't pass the youth age, but are still grappling for opportunities. How do you cater for them? You get already and then shops them. They make mobile phones. How do you improve and empower them? How do you build them? Build the capacities. Now you get what they call SMEs, small and medium scale enterprises. That is a package for them under the Ministry of Trade. How do you empower them? I spoke to the Abacha ladies the last time when they told them they installed them off the streets of Abacha. Now they'll tell you that they came here and they gave some loans to people, but then picked the young people in. We then left way out. That was a complaint and a concern to some of us. So these are the things. Don't start to cherry pick. Don't cherry pick. Just go ahead and help. But however, for building the economy, for every people, let them get food, let them go to bed well fed, not to nothing. Create the environment. Run your government as a business. As a business. And then you see the felt needs happening, coming into play. But now, our GDP growth is 2.4%. That is, even 5.3% is not enough. 9% yes for now. If you're going 10% yes, that means what you talk so is correct. The 5 big changes don't be for work. Most of the civil society, read the country, the kind of thing. At least I read, and I read economics up to now. I joined the economist, and I read seriously. I research, and via Leone School of Economics and Political Science, I read and ask questions. on panel discussions here on my laptop every 2-3 a.m. in the morning. So, I mean, those statements are good. Me also in the last 15 years, I've been into development, writing proposals, defending those proposals, implementing them, reporting those proposals, both pictorial evidence and financial, like that. So I know what it means. Agriculture, a fine thing. Tolambom is there as an actual place to grow. Yeah, you have other places in the north. But however, it's not by big talk or big mouth. Now by practical step being taken to ensure, like the rice. I'm so insisting on rice. I don't know the component on the rice. I don't know what is within the rice stuff. But the implementation they never create, you know, I don't know the contract they sign, how it will look like, where I get concerned about. But however, I'm not opposed to them, I'm not averse to them, I'm really supportive of such initiative because they never employ all the young men in there. Most of them, were able-bodied, even those who without skills. Will go get the opportunity. Because, I mean, salary economy, not chicken effect from Pashaki or Momo. Where you just survive, one know you give me small thing. You give me small thing. That is how the salary economy is at the moment. But however, if we GDP growth ever go at least 2 digits, then trust me, people will stop being dependent. People will be very, very independent. And now they ask people, they say, buy your body.
But as a government, I can support projects like Arise, you know, we want to create job of 35,000 Sierra Leoneans then, you know, from across the country. How you can able for support them projects and they give them the political will and they establish and they able for create the job. The president, they talk about 500,000 job, but if you get an institution where they create 35,000 of that 500,000, then it's cut across and able for help, you know, part of the government agenda. We know when Africa may be, they not all want to get a job. No. You know, but the 1,000 we then create, you know, I'm a friend, and able for survive under you. If them pay you a month done, you know, somebody will tell me how people they do apply. Some man get a friend, they take and go na outside Africa mineral then site stay. If they pay me 1 million euros, maybe me not get time like for the clean the also book. But you the come in book and part of the 1 million I pay 300,000. At the end you don't survive from the. And so you get in kind projects and there's somebody to work now rise, you know, and whatever cost and they pay them, you can take him in Fred and go and they forget job. But I will for support them projects and they you know, institution one for create 35,000 job, you know, for Sierra Leoneans.
Government get the moral responsibility for who investors, especially when you don't come now. You see, then they out, they're here now. Then document might not reach in destination. Secondly, then documents might reach now Parliament. What are the challenges around these documents? What are the bottlenecks around these documents? What are the crucibles they have to go through? Because investor again, people will not get patient at all. When you put too much of bottlenecks around them, there's time for retire. So well, I'm not able at all. Now go for another country. Now go invest money there. So I'll get money because this now I get 10 million, I make 20 million. But that police full million. Why they go to this country A, like forget this 20 million. That's how. Private investors invest on to make money. Businessmen have money, they make now profits. They look at losses. They worship their own money. Secondly, those are guys or whatever we see coming. Some of them are Cambridge and Oxford students. Some are Harvard, they come out, MIT. Some of them, I mean, they're very, 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 very learned. So you have to play around them, then you look no more. They have the lawyers also again to give them legal advice. So what we want for advice, and they see newspapers and front page dailies or whatever, I don't ask series of questions to some editors of newspapers. We understand, we know, we understand the matrix we involved. I want to advise that these people are sensitive enough. If you are calling them the opportunity, ensure you do so with genuine intention. Let it be legally done. Let's go through the due process. And then you fight again to that Sierra issue. We don't flat so. People don't go above QCell now. 4 years ago. Just like that. Up and down, up and down, up and like that. So you don't deprive people of Sierra. Some man don't die now with Sierra stuff. Some man not there alive again. Some man don't travel, go out. Some man say they can again. Some man don't lost in home. Some man don't lost in Peking. Like that. So you deprive them for 4 years. Then the investors well and they pull out. We don't understand, in fact, conveniently, they don't call one the investors well, come back. So if Arise is here, let the government, let President Bio, a state house, behave well. Let them be open up and say, this is an opportunity to not carry it. But however, these are the problems. We cannot now. If you are going to help them or aid them to ensure they invest, do everything humanly possible, legally sorry possible. To look at the legal procedures. On a foreign states also, then you can go through. Parliaments have been following today. Now they can get power parliament. The opposition and the incumbent, they will be there. Please take your document to parliament now. So the minister in charge of mines, will table it in parliament to the committee on mines, and then of course they start a minister of trade. No, you start. That's why lobbying, because parliament you have to lobby, parliamentarians you have to lobby them. So, but again, if you want to play around them, they're intelligent. I'm very sorry, it is impossible. They will leave and they will go, and the jobs will go.
And a country like Salone go and follow 35,000 job opportunities.
35,000 jobs as this now, you know, it's a huge amount of people. Konya not get 35,000 residents. They get for Gona Poloko, they get for Camp Pujom, Makini, you know, Canadian Konok, people like inside. For example, then dump drivers them. You remember in 2009, Africa Medical Camp. They train drivers them, we only get to have 3 residents, maybe they put na Pepel. In those days, in the 70s, they don't all and free, and one number they tick. Now, don't pass them. Look at what happened with Koidu Holding. Koidu Holding had 29 of them, but they are paid like $1,100 a month. Africa Media can see they paid $3,000. Then left it open. Koidu Holdings almost lose 90% of their dump drivers. So they have to improve. They have to, at the time, improve or increase in the salaries of those drivers. Now, they open up the process. When Solubu and Goody, we were there to witness the no doubt, sir. Now you see some man will drive anything in there. Some man they drive, when they say reverse, what do you do? They turn at them. You watch. Some man and the glass you watch is inside. So see the experience. Salone. What others go achieve out of this? That's the question. If Arise can, what others will achieve? I'm not comfortable with Arise because I'm not privy to the document and within the contract agreement. But what's going to go achieve out of this? Are we as Sierra Leoneans going to have some jobs at the managerial level? In Ghana, that is the way. So local content. So we are advising, if this is an opportunity for us as Sierra Leoneans, please, those guys who are unemployed, who don't have jobs, and have the skills, the skills and qualifications, please let them be opportune. Seattle is gone down, no server, no customer, nothing absolutely, because of the selfishness and the greed of the minister then. We refuse for me the contract to go through.
Okay.
But again, in this Arise issue, we are hopeful that 35,000 jobs are going to be created for Sierra Leoneans at managerial level, at
every part,
unskilled, skill, or whatever, every part. That will be fine. Now, two people will get, again, my brother, we do not have people who are skilled, or institutions, or factories, or manufacturing industries that are skilled. For everyone make this will pull, will borrow. No factory will not get. Africa may have to go out to Ghana and import. Shovel. No factory, they make shovel and answer. That's how they go.
But if you get like Arise, we
I don't know. I've not seen.
I understand your point, but these are part of their
package.
Their package, you know. Even Salone can get opportunities for even get pharmacy, we for produce medicine on we own, and even iron rod, cement, you know, close, we even away, you know. Yeah, of course, yeah. And you know, and Daniel came for a job for about, you know, over 35,000. If you Google, but as you can see what they do now, even Gabon, you know, yeah, they even change, you know, the entire economy, yeah, and boost then constantly, and even come to Sierra Leone as well, you know, and with a huge sum amount of cash willing for support, you know, the entire project as well. So we just hope government could look into that and see how they.
That is our hope. That is our hope, that government could look into it. Yeah. Then, because the existing train line, who's using it? Who was it leased to? When? Through which means? Of course, they went to Parliament. That we understand. And who was it leased to? And
arise the Camut train, you know, for can support the transport system. You know, we are in, you know, and even if you didn't have the Lungi or whatever place, you get train away, arise a carrot, where, you know, then send away now if you wait for motorcar, for travel, for Kamtong, it get for be very easy. Now you come at the train come and drop you back, you know, na free tongue, you know, very easy. Like how would the upgrade for
Arise?
Yeah, arise the cow train.
For come to which
you're from them points and then able for come back, you know, get your business you want for come back, you know, tongue as well cable for.
Great. You know, it's a good news for us.
Yeah, so it's quite a very big opportunity for Sierra Leoneans, and I think that we need, you know, because why you think say things are very expensive na free tongue, then what tell you in our transport. You know, you have to take motor car from one point to another, and by the time you reach town, it don't pull. You know, then they squeeze them. But if you get an opportunity for just put you mango or you banana or you plantain or pineapple, it is a very safe aside.
15 minutes. Yeah, with your customers. You sell, you go back.
Yeah,
you get more. Come sell and go back. That's how an economy moves.
Yeah.
But you get keke and bike for moving products there within how many hours? That's a challenge. Yeah. I make you find say wood, rail, light, very important for drive in economy of the world. Look at this wood now. I use them quite recently. This MM.
Il bypass
wood. I use them. It's 7 Leone keke. Simple and upgone. I take motorcar, go for Wellington, and I go attend the funeral. Simple, and I came back early. I came and dropped. You see them dinner. Upgone, you know, they take you, then they go with you.
Yeah.
Carlton model or, you know, PWD. Fantastic. So you capitalize this money now. So that money, that amount of money maybe you spend for go first up in Cotswold, or Force, waits now for Puda, for kind of jewelry you can't have Wellington. That amount of money, you spend a lot of money and you waste a lot of time. But now, it's simple. So road, rail, light, these are important fields of development. So I want to advise the government. Do you have technical people to man your economy? They failed us the last 5 years. No technicians to handle our economy. Gigi Staffar was the worst. I am here and I want to be challenged by anybody. You know, by anybody.
I know, but
and then come this one,
you know,
again, this is not the thing we talk. Then they say we bash against the SPP. And they're going to but however, this is the fact. When you win government, David Gay, president of the Global Sierra Leone, you have 3 people to appoint to man your economy. They are very important and they're constitutional. One is the governor of the bank. You're not forgetting anything to do with politics.
Okay. A
governor should not have anything to do with politics. Not the only economy. The central approach to the economy for make the policies, them fiscal policy, financial policy, monetary policy, all those things. And the governor of the bank coming to the Minister of Finance. Very sensitive position. You have the FS. That's the Constitution Office.
Yeah,
now, those 3 people and they demand the economy. And you go and listen to the advice. At this moment, this government is not fiscally disciplined. They overspend.
Okay.
That's what you receive. So we are asking how technical your people are. Are you be appointing or are you going to appoint? Like I see somebody in Merida. Okay. For me, governor.
I know.
You know, that's what they will find. I know. For we country, you know what people.
I know.
For we country, you find like this guy. We don't do so well. I don't know, so well now. I mean, local bank. That's Sierra Leone.
You mean Dr. Gilpin?
Thank you very
You know,
much.
there are a lot of names where they come up into that, but you
Those
know,
fake names where now they see that debt one. You see the way I mean accountant. I don't intend the bank. 2003, 2004. I know what it means to handle a bank like that, where we don't broke. It's capitalized 2016 by the government of Sierra Leone. Look at the threshold now. And this morning I read 94 billion only and then get as dividend. They now give that money, they pump into the economy. That's how dividend budget should look like.
All right.
No, it's not book no more land. Go get PhD, sit down. No, the man they read, the man know what it means for handling the bank and an economy. So such kind of person test his skill as governor or as minister of finance. They go do better. What you always say, me I get crowd na Kamakwe, I get crowd na Tuamum or Kuntolo.
Right.
So can I be minister of finance or governor? No, these are the three people. But over the years, we've been embarrassed by these ministers of finance.
Okay, thank you very much, Barbadie. I know we don't have time, you know, we actually don't have time, but anyway, now so we're in this edition of News and Current Affairs. We appreciate you so much for giving your expertise and experience, you know, into the conversation. We also invite Imran Sila from the Strategic Communication Unit, now the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. But for any time you're open for CAM, we can get a civil conversation around development, because it's important to talk about issues surrounding development, more especially with the job creation of Arise, you know, about 35,000 jobs for Sierra Leoneans. It's an opportunity that no country else no one for Let's Go. So, you know, we want for the get in conversation and going, like what Barbadie said, it's an opportunity for Sierra Leone, you know, for get them kind coming in the, you know, for help develop the economy inside Salon. But also the end this edition of News and Current Affairs show this day will return again tomorrow, same time, you know, for another interesting conversation.